Hi everybody. Okay, today I'm going to be showing you how to make super cute wedding invitations for super cheap and super easy, even if you're just a beginner and you know nothing about making invitations or any type of design or any of that. So I'm going to show you how to use these templates that are really easy to use, and then towards the end of the video I'm going to show you how much money it actually saves you. So stay tuned for that so you can see just how much the savings are and how easy this really is. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go to PicMonkey.com. And if you're not familiar with PicMonkey, it is a free photo editing software. You can make all kinds of cool stuff with it. They do have a paid version if you want to try it. I have the paid version. You certainly don't have to get the paid version. If it's going to just be like a one-time use, then I would just stick with the free because you don't need anything else. But they do have a paid version here, $5.99 a month, and it's worth it if you are a DIYer and you're doing stuff like this from time to time. So you go to PicMonkey.com. Again, it's free. You just go online and go to PicMonkey.com, and then what you're going to do is you're going to hit Create New right up here in the top left. And then you're going to choose Blank Canvas. And you're going to choose this 11 by 8.5 size, which is regular 8.5 by 11. It's just in landscape size. You can name it if you want to. You can name it here, choose to name it whatever you want. I'm just going to leave it as is and hit create. And then it's just going to bring up the 8.5 by 11 inch canvas here. And you're going to click on add an image. And by now you will have downloaded the templates already somewhere on your own computer, on your desktop, or wherever you keep things that you save. And I will leave a link down below for where you can get the templates. The templates are only $10, and cost out of pocket total just depends on how many you actually need. But I have a print vendor that I recommend for everybody who's printing, especially wedding invitations, because they're so expensive. I have a print vendor that I will show you. We'll go to their website at the end and I'll show you how much it actually costs to print wedding invitations with them. It's so, so cheap. So let me just show you. You go to computer because you're going to go grab the file from your computer. And it's going to take you to, your files. So I already know I titled, it's titled for me, I think it was sheet. Let me see if it brings it up. And then you just wait a minute. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so this is the template. Okay, as you can see, parts of it are blank. The artwork is already in place and it's already sized. So the invitation is 5 by 7, and the RSVP is a postcard, which is awesome because you don't need to waste money on envelopes. And it has some of the wording in place. You just have to fill in a couple key areas. So when you go to print this, you're just going to print on 8.5 by 11 inch white cardstock, and then you just cut these out. If you have a paper cutter, you can use scissors, but I recommend a paper cutter just because it's easier and it comes out a lot cleaner. So let's get started. Super easy. All you're going to do to these files is add text. So with that being said, because all you're doing is adding text to this already ready-made template file, you can actually use any program where you can add text. You can use Word, you can use Canva, which is another free online editor. You can use Photoshop, you can use any editing program of your choice where all you do is add text to a photo, which is what you're doing here. So you don't have to use PicMonkey. I'm just using that today for today's tutorial. So on the left here, this T for text, you're going to click on that. And what it's going to do is it's going to bring up a bunch of fonts. Okay. It has a ton of really good fonts already that you can use. You can also upload your own fonts if you have a pretty one that you want to use, but really with the selection that they have, it's not necessary. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this one for the plain wording, and then this one for the names because it's a little bit fancier. So let's just start first with the plain wording. So you're going to click on your font, whatever one you choose, and you're going to click up here, Add Text. And you're going to notice that a little text box right here is going to show up, and you can drag it wherever you need it to go. So I'm just going to drag it here. I'm going to double click on the inside to start typing, and I'm going to start typing. It's going to be really big. It's not going to be sized right, but don't worry about that because as soon as I'm done typing the words, I'm going to size it so that it looks just right. So let's just start typing for now. So we're going to put together with their families. Okay, that's going to be the top, the introduction. I'm going to highlight it, and right over here, you see this little button. When you slide it to the right, the text gets bigger, and to the left, it gets smaller. So I'm going to slide it down until it's the size that I want, which is right about, I'll say right there. Okay, and then I'm going to put it about right there. Okay, and then the next thing would be the bride and groom's name, but I'm gonna do that last. So what I'm gonna do with this, now that I already have that text at the size I want it, is I'm gonna right click on that and I'm gonna hit duplicate layer, and it's just gonna bring up that same text, and I'm just gonna drag it down. You see the red lines, it lines it up for you already. I'm gonna leave a space for the names. I'm gonna double click inside. And then I'm just going to start typing the details. So let's say together with their families, bride and groom, request honor, sorry, of your presence as they are joined together in marriage. Okay. Oh, my keyboard is acting weird. Okay, then I'm going to put the date, Saturday, June 2nd, 2020. Let's just make a date at 4 o'clock. Oh my gosh, seriously. In the afternoon, Oak Valley Ranch. I'm just making up address here. Reception to follow. Okay, so now I'm going to drag this down here to about right there. Request the honor of your presence as they are joined together in marriage, Saturday, June 2nd, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Venue, reception to follow. So now I'm going to come over here to my fancier text, which there's a ton down below. You just have to look and see which one you want to use. And I'm going to click Add Text again. It's going to bring up our text box. And I'm going to double click inside and put the bride and groom's name. So we'll just say Melissa and Robert. And we're going to make it bigger so it stands out more. And also you can put, you can use whatever color you want for your text. It doesn't have to be black. Right over here, when you click on that, a color wheel will pop up, and you can choose from any color that your little heart so desires. Okay, I want to move this up a little so that this centers properly. That's better. Right there. Okay, perfect. Invitation is done. Now over here, you see the RSVP card is a postcard, so all you have to do is fill in the deadline date for your guests to RSVP, and then where it says please deliver to, you're going to want to put your home address here so that when they start returning their RSVP cards, they're going to be mailed straight to your house. So the favor of a response is requested by, and let's just copy this text down here. And let's just say you want your guest to RSVP by May 1st. Okay, we'll just put that. We'll make it a little bigger, like right there. And we'll put it, drag it a little over here so it's more centered. And then we'll copy and paste this text and we'll come on over here and you're going to put in your home address. So let's just say Melissa and Robert 123 Pine Drive. Okay, and we're going to make that a little bit smaller, like maybe right there. Let's see how that looks. Okay, right there. So now you're done. That took like 5 minutes maybe at the most. And this right here is where you're going to put a stamp for your guest to mail back the RSVP postcard. So we're done. Look how beautiful that is. Beautiful invitation, beautiful RSVP card. You would never know that you did this yourself on PicMonkey. It looks just as good as the ones that you order off of like Etsy or Zazzle. It's only $10, which is super dirt cheap, and you're ready. So now all you have to do here at the top, and this is just you saving it to your computer now that it's a file that's done. Okay, so I'm just going to save it to computer, maybe later. And now it's saved. So you're done. Now you've saved it to your computer and you're ready to go to the print. Now, keep in mind, you can print this from home on a home color copier, home color printer. I have one of my own. I've tested it. They look beautiful. All you need is white cardstock. You can get white cardstock anywhere. You can go to Michael's. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it online at Amazon. White cardstock, I would recommend 100-pound or 80-pound at the lowest, but 100 to 110-pound white cardstock is perfect. Nice, good quality, and it's not expensive. So if you're printing these from home, all you need again is white cardstock, and then you just cut these files out here along these lines. You could do scissors if you want. I would recommend a paper cutter if you can get your hands on one, just because it's easier. And you know, when you're cutting like 50 to 100 of these out, you want to make sure the lines are straight, and with scissors it gets kind of tedious. So I'm going to show you, if you need a print vendor, which there are a ton. You can do Vistaprint, you can do a local vendor like Office Max, Staples, any place that does color copies can do this for you. But there's an online vendor that I've been using for years and that I've been recommending to my customers for years, who I will show you because they are just absolutely awesome. They are called MGX Copy, and they're in California, but they ship right anywhere in the United States, really. They may ship internationally. I've actually never checked. So MGX Copy is the website you go to. And let me just show you, okay, how cheap it is. So let's just say you need to print 100 invitations and 100 RS cards. Let's just use that nice clean number, 100 of each, right? You have 100 going out, 100 guests. If you were to go on like Etsy or Zazzle, the invitations alone are I would say the cheapest you're going to find is probably $1.75, $1.75 to $2.50 each, just for the invitation. That doesn't include the RSVP card. So let's just say $2 each invitation. So right off the top, for 100 invitations, you're looking at $200. Then you need another 100 RSVP postcards. And those are probably like $1, $1.50. So you're looking at another $100 to $150 for the RSVP cards. So in total, that's $350, let's say $350 for invitations and RSVP cards. And then you still got to go out and buy all the envelopes. Now, envelopes are not that expensive. You can get them at a really good price on eBay and Amazon. But still, it's another expense. So let's just say if you were ordering on one of the, top sites that a lot of people use, and have their invitations printed, you're looking at least $300 to $400, if not more. So let me just show you with this little diamond in the rough color copy company. I love them. So you're going to go up here and act like you're starting a new print job right here. Print online now. Okay. And I'm just going to show you how awesome they are. You're going to go here, click for pricing. Okay. And then you're going to go to a little down further here, and you're going to go in here. Okay. How many would you like? You need 100. Okay. Now remember that the invite and the RSVP are on one 8.5 by 11-inch sheet. And then you're going to cut those out. So it saves you money because they're both on one sheet, and you just need 100 of that one sheet and you get both of your files. So you need 100, which will get you invites and RSVPs. You have one file. The paper type, you're going to click on the drop down menu and you're going to come down here to cover stock or card stock. And I would like to choose a 100-pound cover mat. It's a standard that I recommend. You can choose your own paper, but that's a standard for wedding invites. Single-sided color, dimensions are 8.5 by 11-inch. Leave all this standard. You don't need, I leave it at the default. No coding, no stapling, no, extra services. You don't need any of that. You can get them rushed to you for a fee, but if you leave yourself enough time, they will ship them to you for free. Okay, so that's awesome. Gold star number one is that if you leave them enough time to get the job done, and you're not waiting till the 11th hour to get your printing done, you get free shipping. So, so you have this all filled out. You need 100 copies, 100-pound cover mat, 8.5 by 11-inch sheets. Let's just scroll down here. Do you guys see that price right there? $31.50. And that gets you 100 invitations and 100 RSVP postcards. All you have to do is get envelopes, 5 by 7-inch envelopes. Amazon and eBay are cheapest. For 100 envelopes, I'm going to guess it costs you about $15 on Amazon. And that's all you're going to need. If you need to buy a paper cutter, I would try to borrow one if you could, but those are cheap as well. So $31. I would say after you buy envelopes, it's going to cost you under $50 for 100 invitations and RSVP cards, which is like unbelievable. And this company, MGX Copy, they are super professional. They're really nice. They reach out to you. Sometimes if they have extra time, they'll actually reach out to you and say, hey, do you want us to cut the files for you? We can do that. It might take us an extra day, but we can cut them for you. And they're really nice about stuff like that. So I've had nothing but good things to say about them, and I highly recommend them because you can see, look how cheap it is, and you get good quality invitations. I've had a lot of customers use this company, and they're really happy. So you can see great reviews here. And they're just like a little diamond in the rough that not too many people know about, but they are awesome, and I recommend them every single time. So again, you don't have to use them, but if you're looking to save dollars, really good company to use. So that's it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it helps save you some money and take some of the stress out of your wedding planning and save you some money. And if you have any questions about the templates, or if you need help with anything, leave a comment down below. I also have my email down below, along with a link to where you can get these templates and get started right away. So thanks everybody for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time.